Hi there. I got for sale my personal owned 1986 Chevy Suburban. It is the 4x4 K20, so it's a 3/4 ton 4x4, not the wimpy half ton. It is a Wyoming truck. I've had it now for 4 years. I've kind of wanted to keep it for myself, but another truck, a really nice truck, came into my lap here recently, and so this now has to go. The highlights of this truck is I got it out from Wyoming, so there is not very much rust. Those of you who know anything about Midwest know that these things rust out so badly. This one has some rust, but nothing terrible. I guess I will just go down the sides here. Up front, not too bad, you know, plastic a little broken there. The hood doesn't have really much Bondo. The only I can see some in here, but that's just peeling paint. That's not Bondo or anything that I can see. So you just have to, you know, sand that down and repaint it. But anyways, like around the wheel wells is fine. This fender's pretty good. These do have the typical wheel well rot right there. That's even in California cars and trucks, they tend to do that. So it'd be just a matter of, you know, replacing them. They're pretty cheap. Just a matter of bolting new ones in. These tires here are really nice. They're very nice tires. These are over $1,000 a set new, and they're still, I'd say, 75% tread left at least, so at least another, they probably got at least another 60-some thousand miles left on them. Them are very expensive tires. It's got okay running boards on it. Doors are pretty nice. Obviously the paint's faded and that plastic trim crap is gnarly looking. Got a dent there. Overall those sides are pretty good. Roof is very nice. Just have a dent right there. It's got the chrome wing on it, or the stainless wing. The back wheel wells are pretty good. It does have just a wee bit of rust right there, but that's the extent of it. Otherwise, it's pretty nice. Again, these tires are very nice tires. If you wanted to keep them the same. Nice chrome bumpers. Nice trailer hitch. Dent right there in the door, a little shallow one there. Not bad. This is a very straight truck. Very, very straight. I mean, there is not really anything on this side at all going down the sides. Missing a hubcap on this side. Again, overall, very clean wheel well. Just a little, this side actually is a lot better. There's really, that's the extent of it right there. Little bubbling there on the side. But factory tinted windows in the back. Again, nice fender. This one here, the big bubble, you know, here. Well, there we go. You can see it better now. So that's the extent of the rust in that fender. And again, typical rust out in the fender well. But again, you can replace them fairly easy. The windshield is cracked, but I do have a replacement window around the corner that I will include. It's just a matter of popping out the rubber seal, and I just never got around to doing it yet. And yeah, so it will come with a nice windshield, and it does. Yeah, I think that one's got the factory tint on it too, the replacement one I got. So yeah. Let's see. It runs very great. I just had a big block installed in it. Very good. Runs very nice. Hasn't ran since last October, I think. I drove it to the shop. First of all, I had installed a trailer brake controller and 7-pin connector, so it's got a brand new brake controller in there, along with the 7-pin connector. Haven't got to use it yet. And also, I was having some transmission problems, and it's the it turns out the transmission shot. It hardly drives at all. It moves. It might move a little bit. Yeah, it's no good. So my plan was to replace the TH400 with a 700 R4. But like I said, I got the new truck that just came to me, so you know, I'm gonna just sell it now. Otherwise, yeah, I was gonna put a 700 R4 and have the extra have the 4-speed tranny in it. So, this has got the bucket seats. Let me get the interior. Oh shit. I just cleaned up the interior a little bit here today to make it a little more presentable. Door panel's okay, I guess. Strap was broken off on this one. I do have the floor mats, but they're pretty gnarly looking, so I mean I'll include them, but I just left them out for right now. The carpets are stained up a little bit, but not too bad. This seat's pretty decent condition. The other seat over there, as you can see, the one spot is worn off. It's got the the carpeted dash to protect the dash, but it does still have, you know, a crack, but it ain't too bad. And there's a crack there, but it obviously looks good with it leaving it on there. So you got the center console. This does have air ride in it. That's another thing. To make this a nice driver, all you got to do is 1, change the transmission, and 2, someone put air ride in this probably when it was new or newer, and I think they changed the leaf springs on them. They put lighter duty leaf springs, and since the air ride system is junk, the springs just are terrible. So replace transmission or rebuild it, and then replace the springs. And if you're gonna be lifting this anyways, you'd be replacing them anyways, so not a big deal. And then it'd be a nice ride, because otherwise it rides like a dump truck. It's got, I'm assuming, 121,000 on it, because obviously it's only 5-digit. In the back here, headliner ain't sagging. There's a few spots that's starting to sag a little bit, but not too bad. It's got the rear heating AC. That's not hooked up. It actually doesn't have AC at all, and I'll show you under the hood. You'd have to, I guess, get a compressor and then fab up a bracket to the engine if you wanted to have AC again. Because there you had your rear switches. Let me get the back. Goddamn broken hand, I tell you. Your rear doors. Again, I took out the rear floor mat too. But overall, decent. I mean, if you're looking to get a rig, an old Suburban that you want to totally redo, in other words, you're going to customize it, in other words, new interior, new paint, you know, why pay a lot for one that's really nice that you're just going to tear up anyways, versus buying one that's pretty decent like this one and make it real nice. Because overall, you know, between the body and what you got, especially being a K20 4x4, you're definitely getting a good starting project. You know, there's a few more dents you can see in the door, but nothing bad. The carpet got a bit stained back here, but yeah, got rear speakers back there and plenty of space. I do not have the rear seat, the third row seat. I'm not sure how the factory rear heat were on these. Obviously, that's not a factory job there, so I don't know if they replaced it at one time and put that in. It's kind of scary looking, but it's not hooked up. The provisions are there. The lines go all the way to the engine. It's just that the lines are been disconnected and plugged. So if you wanted rear heat again, just connect the lines. But the AC lines still run back here. That door panel there is falling off. It was hanging pretty good when I got it, but over the years, the last couple of years, it pulled out like that. This one here is a little better shape. I'll probably include, I haven't even used it yet. It's not even hooked up the wire yet. I got a CB. I will clip in a video of it running a little later. It's been sitting for several months, so the battery's completely drained, and I haven't had a chance to start it up. So I'll do a startup video on it later. It runs great. Door's pretty good too. The rear doors are really nice. You know, and the bottoms of them, you know, very good for these. I mean, these are always rusted out around here, so you're not gonna get much better than that. And then, again, you got this. You get your 4x4 shifter and center console. And there's, like I said, the seat. You can tell the material is like really thin or whatever. So just get it recovered or whatnot, or leave it as is. So, and I'll get the underside of it real quick here, if I can. I don't know how. That shows pretty good. Get your front axle. I mean, that's the beauty about this. I mean, you got still original black paint on this frame. See how the spring, that leaf spring is so weak that it's bottomed out. So I mean, you're literally riding on frame on the front. The back isn't quite as bad, but still, especially if you're gonna lift it anyways. See, black paint on the frame. So the frame is really nice on this. There's a lot of original Wyoming dirt stuck up in there. I never did power wash it. There we go. So I mean, yeah, I just got the flex pipe and glass packs in the back. So it's not overly loud, but it's got a nice growl to it. It does have the monstrous 40-gallon tank, so it does cost quite a bit to fill, but you go for a while, that's for sure. Again, these are usually really rusted out, and this one's very nice shape. I mean, it's got a little bit of rust, and I'm sure you'll find a few more spots. There's just one little spot here in the back where the screw that holds the plastic filler piece for some reason rusted out. That's the only rust spot in the body I see exterior-wise. And I'm sure you might find another little spot here or there, but overall very clean. Very clean truck. I am not sure what that wooden thing is for, if it was for fishing poles or what. I have no clue. So, I will show you under the hood real quick. This engine has a setup for a manual choke, so there's a manual choke on the dash. It's a tall deck engine, so it's from a big truck. So if you want to put an aftermarket intake on there, you could. You just have to get a spacer kit for it as well. Like I said, the AC stuff is all missing. I did have it at one time, but I tossed it, so I don't have it any longer. But, you know, if you were to fab up a new bracket and get another compressor and some lines, you could rehook it back up. All the lines are there running to the back and whatnot. Washer fluid tank broke on me a little while ago. I hadn't had a chance to replace it, but I do have the fan shroud for it. I just never got a chance to install it. It is right back there, and that will be included with it as well. Like I said, it's got a goofy, cobbled together air ride system. They work, but the line on the front one's busted now, right there. So that'd have to be fixed in order to use it, but I would personally just get rid of it. Get rid of it and just put new leaf springs in it, and it'll ride nice. So yeah, well, that's it.